Have any public participation tonight? We do need to approve the consent items.
Make a motion to approve the consent items.
Second.
It has been moved and properly seconded that we approve the consent items. All those in favor? All right, motion passes. Where are we now? Good news.
Yes, this week is National School Counseling Week recognition. If Ms. Peel would please come forward and recognize our wonderful counselors.
Okay. I was wondering what that was about. All right.
Last week was National School Counselors Week, and I wanted to recognize our school counselors in Washington County. I always said that school counselors are principal's right hand, and working in a small district, everybody wear many hats, but our school counselors not only advocate for our students, but they advocate for our parents as well as our staff. And so I'm gonna call them up.
Okay.
I've created a basket for them. I'm gonna call them up. Miss Kenny. Thank you for all you do. You can.
Out the way.
Any help?
Take a
Miss-
picture. Go take a picture.
Miss Moore.
I was trying not to, but since you done called me out.
Miss Renee Sherry. Thank you for all you do, ladies.
Yes, thank y'all very much.
Don't do this.
And we do have a basket for Miss Price and Miss Rosanati. They weren't able to make it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Peel. And thank you, ladies, for all you do. Okay, where are we now? Go ahead, it's still on you.
Next, and this is my portion, the North Carolina School Board Association Academy of School Boardsmanship would like to recognize our board members who participated. So I'll come up front, and do you board members want to come and receive it
Yes.
up front?
Yes.
Let me call your
Please,
name.
Sam. What's wrong, Sherry?
I didn't know it was getting
We always do, Sherry.
We have Vanessa Cherry, Certificate of Advanced.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Yes, I'll hold it. Don't mind. Do I need to open it up? Thank you.
We have Ms. Lois Clark, Award of Excellence.
You came up by me.
I'm gonna make you walk.
I'm beat. I've been to bed all week.
We have Ms. Sherry Gillum, Certificate of Achievement.
Someone out. Which one? There you go. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Don't snatch my weed off.
Close my eyes on that. And Mr. Carlo Riddick, Diploma of Honor. All right. Thank you all.
You need me to take you?
I really do. Thank you so much. Okay. Washington County Schools will be led by 21st century professionals. Guess we need a motion to accept the amended report.
Oh, I make a motion, I'm sorry.
Two.
To accept the,
Approve the superintendent's personnel report as amended.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
second,
It has been moved and properly second that we approve the amended personnel report. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. The motion passes. Now, Washington County School will be governed and supported by 21st Century Systems. Discussion and approval of presentation. There you go, Mrs. Peel.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I am here to present the Restart application that we have to reapply for. I will pretty much give you some basic information about Restart and kind of summarize what's in our application. And if you have questions, I will try to answer to the best of my ability. So what is Restart? It is one of 4 reform models available to schools to support schools who have been designated as continually low-performing schools. Pretty much it allows the school to operate under a charter, as a charter, but still under the local Board of Education. The goal of the reform model is pretty much to help reform the school, help the school improve. The State Board of Education strategic plan includes a goal and an objective for all Restart schools. Goal 2 is to improve the school and district performance by 2027. So Washington County School, High School is a continually low-performing school, and to be designated as a continually low-performing school, you must be or have that designation for 2 out of 3 years. And so in 2022, it was a D school, 2023 an F school, and then in 2024 a D school, which pretty much ranks low-performing. And so with that, we would like to reapply for Restart. The requirements for the reapplication, which is what they call it, is a detailed description of how the LEA will support the school in providing each student with the opportunity for a sound basic instruction, a detailed description of how the school will utilize the operational flexibility to increase student achievement and accomplish other goals, a statement indicating whether the LEA will contract an educational management organization to implement the Restart model, and if so, identify and credential of the EMO. A proposed budget outlining the revenues and expenditures necessary to implement the plan, and a written commitment to improve and perform the school for the duration of the 5-year monitoring cycle. And so pretty much what will happen is we'll monitor it for 5 years, and if the school does not come off of that list, you have to go through the reapplication process again. If you want to know what some of the flexibilities are, I can briefly tell you what they are, or I can move on. Okay. So the district, this slide pretty much explains how we will support the school. The district will provide specific and differentiated comprehensive support to the Restart School through the following: strategic staffing and leadership, instructional excellence and capacity building, social and emotional learning support, financial support, continuous monitoring and adjustment. And by providing the comprehensive and differentiated support, the district aims to create a strong foundation for rapid improvement to sustain success of the Restart School. Some of the examples for strategic staffing and leadership includes naming a new principal, merging the middle school and high school together, and also providing mentorship to the new principal which would be myself because I've worked under the Restart model. Instructional excellence and capacity building is implementing a comprehensive coaching approach focusing on the instructional excellence and capacity of building for teachers and leaders using the NC ELA strategies, and also having 2 instructional coaches serving, one focusing on math and science, the other focusing on ELA. Offer additional professional development and training tailored to the Restart School's needs. Social and emotional learning, implement a new and enhanced social and emotional learning curriculum focusing on trauma-informed practices. And our staff have already received one of those trainings, if I'm not mistaken. And it's going to be a continuous, ongoing professional development and focus on developing positive student relationships. Continuous monitoring and adjustment, implement a system for ongoing assessments of the Restart School's progress. Data days are already built into the calendar to support reflection and reteaching of processes, and use data-driven decision-making to adjust support and intervention as needed. And next to the last. Right there. Revised plan for improving student outcomes. So pretty much in order to do this, we have to set goals. The goals that are in our Restart application is increase dual enrollment rate so that students can have greater access to college level courses while in high school. And the flexibilities that we will use is budget and calendar. Goal 2 is to increase the number of students eligible to take WorkKeys readiness exam. The flexibility there will be budget, and increase teacher capacity, and the flexibility that will be used for that is budget and calendar. Current strategies implemented at Washington County, last slide. At Washington County High School, we are already targeting support for underperforming subgroup population. We have data review and tiered interventions for students with disabilities, our students with disabilities subgroup. We have an intervention period of 40 minutes daily to allow the intervention and reteaching. And we also have a dean of students who focus on being a student advocate, assisting to increase student attendance, oversee the AVID program, and provide parents, students, and teachers with extra discipline support. And so we would like approval of the Restart application.
I have a question.
Okay.
Now, I know I know you have a list of those that are primarily responsible. What was that slide? Okay. Okay, you got your chief academic officer. I see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5. Who oversees this? I mean, like, who oversees to make sure that the Restart program is actually, operable, running, doing what it's supposed to do?
First page.
Right here?
Yeah.
All right.
Who actually? Because if I'm not, answer that question first, then I'll go to my.
It's our chief academic officer, but however, this year, we've created a team that will work together, which is everyone that's
Okay.
listed here, to
So-
better support the school.
That's what I was asking, because this program, if I'm not mistaken, is supposed to bring us out of
Correct,
low
Yes.
performance.
correct.
We've been around this mountain before. We approved this plan. We need to see results now.
Yeah. Where we at?
All that we see, and I'm gonna say it, in the media and everywhere else, we got to prove the doubters wrong. And we just can't talk this plan, but this plan has to become a living reality in front of everybody that's looking at it.
That's correct.
And so these persons that are on this are accountable and will be held accountable if we do not see. And I think the board needs to hold that to our hearts, because we have a responsibility to bring our schools back where they need to be. We have a people that have voted for us, constituents that are looking to us. We have a responsibility to hold these persons accountable, because we have to get our schools back where they need to be. I'm gonna be completely honest. Enough talk is cheap. We gotta get back where we need to be. That has weighed on me so heavy because we always come back to this. This is not to Ms. Peel. This is not her. I'm saying in general. Everybody has a responsibility, and it starts at the top. And we got to get our schools back where they need to be.
Yes, Dr. White.
Madam Chair, if I might speak to that, and I want to thank you for that, Mr. Riddick. That's why we've changed the model. We don't want to put the onus on one individual. This has to be a team effort, and we are here to provide supports, and I think that word is very important. We should not be directing our principals on the running of their school. We should be providing supports to help them to be successful and to attain the success that we are calling for here. So this team is there to support the principal and the school in being successful. And that's why we have it, this model this way. Yes, sir.
And so if, my thing is, when we come back to this table again, we should see results.
That's right.
And it shouldn't be D, F'ing, D'ing, F'ing, D'ing, you know what I'm saying?
And
F, that y'all get it, I'm just saying.
And to that, I'm ultimately responsible. As the superintendent, I'm ultimately responsible.
We want to see that, it's time to see us make the turn now.
And if I may
It's time to
add
make
to
the
that,
curve.
not that you asked my 2 cents, but
Oh, it
when we
matters.
originally implemented Restart in the past, it was written under Dr. Mann.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly do not think that our staff had been have a full understanding
Of what it
of the
was,
Restart
and now we
model.
know.
So now we know and have created a team, and we have people who have experience now with it. I think since then, our chief academic officer has also attended trainings as well to become more familiar with Restart. So as a team, we can work together.
That's good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And so I will ask this, Madam Chair, is there any type like maybe mid-year
That's what I
that the
was getting
board could get
ready to
like
A report.
we would like to get a report on how it's going.
Yeah.
Because the only way we can, and this is, I'm being honest,
You mean, are you speaking of this school term?
Be next year.
it'll be next year.
It'll be next
Okay.
year.
Yeah, we
Yes.
we need to, I think that we should be, when there's something that happens or occurs when it comes to the growth or how we do, I know we hear those things, but how is this plan, hey, this is how this plan is being implemented, because ultimately, we are accountable, guys,
Yes, we are.
okay? And we gotta hold those persons to what they're supposed to be doing, okay?
Yep.
That's all I got.
That's
Thank
plenty.
you, great presentation, Ms.
Yes,
Pena.
ma'am.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. We do need to vote to approve this.
I make a motion.
I second.
Okay.
Ms. Crescenda, did you get that? Okay. There's a motion on the floor. And we, all those in favor? Aye. Aye. All right, motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms.
Thank you.
Peel.
Ms. Peel.
I do not have a report from NERS, but actually they meet next week. And if the board will allow, Mrs. Gillum has agreed to take my spot on that board.
Praise the Lord.
Okay? All right. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Ms. Gillum.
Thank you, Ms. Chair, for serving.
Yo, we'll talk some more and just to get you familiar with where they are and what they're doing. All right, we need some committee updates. Ms. Jordan. She's going live.
She come-
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Ms. Jordan.
How is everyone today?
It's fine, thank you.
Good. So the committee met last week to discuss the transition plan to give the counties, the schools that we vacated back over to the county. So we were going to call a special joint meeting, but Mr. Potter said there was no need for that. But Dr. White and Mr. Potter spoke, and the things that they have accomplished so far have been a walkthrough of the school sites. They already had toured the high school to see which rooms that we can still share so that we can still have access to the athletic fields and then some storage. And then we'll also need to establish a memorandum of agreement to have a clear understanding about what the fees will be, if any, and who will be in charge of the utilities and how that's going to work out for that shared space. They're also going to assist us in surplusing our assets. all the assets that are not CTE and technology will be at the schools, and so they will be surplus by the county. And the money that they receive from that will go back into our capital funds to assist with projects. The technology will be responsible for surplus in their items, and CTE will be responsible for surplus in their items, since those monies have to go back to those specific programs. So those items will be moved to the Crestwell site where the early college is for storage until they're having time to get that all surplus. Our board attorney will need to draw up deeds to convey the property over to the county. And we need to turn over the sites to them that by the end of February, so by February 28th, so that this way we can be relieved of the utilities for the property, the insurance for the property, and any other fees that we're kind of paying right now. And then we also talked briefly about the potential to relocate the early college to the Windows of the World building in Roper. And then move the CSS to the former Washington County Schools pre-K site across from Roper to establish a presence in the middle of the county so that we can be accessible to all our community. And so these were just tentative plans, but the key points to take away here with the needing to get those deeds done and transitioning the property over to the county. So are there any questions on that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So then the action item I had for the board, we just have one budget amendment for the state. And that budget was adding 27,000. And it's on, hold on, let me get it from the,
Ms. Jordan, you're on mute. Can y'all talk in the microphone? She can't hear me.
Ms. Jordan, you're on mute.
sorry about that.
Thank
The budget amendment was for $26,742. And that's our summer reading camps. And so that brings our state budget to $13,114,931.
I make a motion, we approve the state budget amendment 2512.
Was that a second? We have a motion on the floor. All those in favor to approve the amendment?
Aye.
All right, it passes. All right, Ms. Jordan?
And then the informational items, I just had the board expense report for January and then the updated claim form for volunteer insurance. So if there's no questions, that's all I have this evening.
All right, thank you, Ms. Jordan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jordan.
Thank you.
Reminders and items of interest.
Okay, thank you, Madam Chair. This week, February 10th through the 14th, is Love the Bus Week, so please give a shout out to our transportation department. February 12th, which is tomorrow, we have an early release day for all schools. February the 19th, progress reports go home with early college students. February the 26th is a mandatory teacher workday and no school for all students. March the 4th, progress reports go home with elementary and high school students. And March 11th is the end of the third 9 weeks for early college students and Washington County Board of Education meeting at 6 p.m.
Okay. Is that your report too, Dr. White?
Yes, that is my report as well.
Does anyone else have anything to claim the board's attention? Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
And Ms. Clark, second. Okay, all those in favor that we adjourn this meeting?
Aye.
All right, it has been moved, properly seconded, and we are now adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Being with you tonight.
As always.
Get to keep this, right? Just making sure,
Yeah, you can
because I wrote on it.
Johnny may be coming back.